Okay, so I'm gonna talk about why did I quit my job and why did I quit it while I still didn't have a new job. Like, I didn't got a new job, but I quit my old job before getting a new job. So okay, okay. So the thing is that I quit my job in March, and March was like the last. This is like April going on right now. It's 13th of April today, and it's been good 13 days after I quit my job. I still don't have a new job. I'm looking for one. I applied for jobs and I'm doing interviews, but I don't have a new job right now. Uh, okay, coming to the part like why did I like for this one I didn't wrote a script or something. I didn't plan out what I'm gonna say and like step by step procedure, but I'm just gonna say whatever it is. Uh, let's come let's come to the part where like why did I quit my job in the very first. Okay, I literally might have like multiple reasons for that, which I absolutely do. I do have multiple reasons for why did I quit my job. But the thing is, let's get to the valid reasons one. Okay. The very valid reason for me was that work. It was not something I wanted to do. Whatever my work was, it was not satisfying. It was not giving me any kind of like, yeah, okay, this is my job and I would love to do it. For me, see, having a job is to provide a sustainability to your life, to your regular balance. You need to have sustainability in life, and that's why you need a job. And I understand that very well. Like, your job doesn't have to be soul satisfying and that makes you like the happiest in the whole wide world. It doesn't have to be that, but at the same time, if you're not being able to be honest with your work, you're not being loyal to your own self, then I think it's not worth it. It's not like I hated my job. It's not like I hated the work I was doing and I just couldn't do it at all. But I, if I feel like in the morning that I don't want to go to work, I literally don't want to go to work because I don't want to do the work that I'm doing because I literally can. It's like not for me. And the entire day, if I'm sitting in my workplace and thinking about the time, like working hours to get over, and I could go back home, then my job is definitely not worth it. If I'm entire day, I'm thinking like, okay, I'm done with this and I don't want to do this and I can't do this, or I just want the working hours to get over so that I won't have to do this anymore, then I'm being dishonest with myself and I'm being dishonest with the world. And that is something I cannot have in my life. First of all, whatever career you are choosing, you cannot change your career like every time you feel bored. When you're choosing your career, you know that you have to do it for the rest of your life. That is a fact. Like you are going to be under in that field for the rest of your life. Maybe in 20 years or something, you might think of having a change when you have lived a life in that particular field and you feel like I want to change, I'm interested in this now, so let's go in that. You can have that kind of a transition in much later in your life when you are fully grown and you have lived a complete life. But while the time you're going from your 20s to 30s to 40s, you need to have a career that doesn't mentally drain you. specifically to be said. You need to have a career that doesn't disturb your personal life. If you are choosing something to do for the rest of your life, it cannot go like, okay, I want the working hours to get over, I cannot do this anymore, I don't like this work and this and that. You cannot have that for that greater part of your life. It's not like the work was completely not good. Sometimes I used to enjoy it, sometimes it was good, but most of the times I couldn't see myself doing that work for the rest of my life. I cannot see myself doing that. I don't think I can. It mentally disturbs me so much because the thing that I want to do, I'm not being able to do it because all my time and energy is going in the job. So I don't really have too much time in my hand to spend on the things that I want to do. I only have time enough to like cook food and take care of myself and take rest and sometimes go here and there. That's it. That's the only time you get from your job. So if you're choosing a career to do for the rest of your life, it should be something that gives you at least peace. At least you are at peace. You can deal with it. If you feel like you cannot deal with it, that's not. And that's what exactly what happened with me. I was not being able to deal with it. I want to go into graphic designing. I'm an art person. I've always been an art person. And I really gonna go in the art and creative fields. And graphic designing, I learned graphic design. I've been learning graphic designing for over a year now. Not I wouldn't say over a year, but let's say like 8 months. Yeah, okay, like around 9 10 months. Okay, let's say 9 months. Let's say 9 months. I've been doing graphic designing for the past 9 months now, and now I'm looking for jobs in graphic designing. And I know it sounds really stupid that you quit your job without having a job in your hand, like another job in your hand, and you just like quit your previous job. That's like being unemployed. So, yes, the idea was bizarre for me as much as it sounds right now. It was difficult one. It's not like I just woke up and I wrote a resignation and said it. It was not like that. I went back and forth so much, like literally so much. It was difficult. I suffered mentally so much with the whole resignation thing because I know it was coming. The whole from being employed to going to be unemployed. The idea is bizarre. The whole thing to think about this is whole like it's just a difficult situation. It is difficult. It's a very difficult choice. But was I happy there? No. Was I getting mentally drained? Yes. Was I just hurting myself? Yes. Did I had any energy left in me? No. My job was from 9:30 to 5:30. Let's say 9:30 to 6. I used to come home around somewhere between 6:30 and 7. Okay. It's always between 6:30 and 7. After that, I literally had no energy in me to do literally anything. I procrastinated so much because I just couldn't. At times, I couldn't even recognize if it's the physical energy that I don't have or just mentally I just cannot anymore. When you spend your entire day in front of screen, working, you literally cannot have the energy to go back to screen again when you come back home. Like if I come back home, I'll get changed and I'll wash up and do the chores and things like that. And after that, I just want to go to sleep. I just want myself to lay in bed and just be there and not go in front of screen and work again because I literally don't have the energy anymore in me. Plus, when you're mentally not fine, everything gets affected. Your diet gets affected, your habits get affected, your schedule get affected, everything gets affected. It's a fact. It does. That was one reason, one valid and major reason why I quit my job. Because uh, I to apply to get a job in graphic designing, I need to have a good knowledge of it because if I'm gonna do interviews, I need to have a good preparation for that. Only then I'm gonna get a good job. Otherwise, I won't get a good job. And I want to work in a good place where I can learn more because I'm a fresher. This is gonna be my first job in graphic designing whenever I get it, and it's I'm gonna be a fresher, so if I don't have a good knowledge, I won't get a job in a good place. So I need to prepare myself. So I thought I needed time for that. Time to prepare for that, time to prepare myself, make a good portfolio, make a good CV, and prepare myself with all the interview questionnaire and things. So I thought I needed time for that, and this was the right decision for me to quit my job right there. I talked to so many people about this. I talked with my parents, I talked with my brother, I talked with all my friends, and I did talk with a few of my seniors in the office. And all the people in the professional world told me that it was a dumb decision for me to quit my job without having another job in my hand first. But everyone else was like kind of like in a relation with me. They told me that you should quit your job because of course they can see how much I was suffering, how much I was not being able to handle myself, and they just they literally just told me again and again to quit my job. It's time for me to quit. I completed my 1 year in March, and this was my first job. This was the first firm I worked in professionally, my first official job, and I completed my 1 year in March. And so it was fine. I did had a year run, and it was okay for me to quit now. I did had other reasons. I definitely did had other reasons why I was suffering, why I was getting mentally drained, and what caused so much problem that I couldn't bear it. The environment for me, I'm not saying the environment was bad. It was fine. People were good, but at the same time, not good to me. I come from a completely different background and a completely different environment that I grew up in. For me, I cannot go with that whole professional personality and personal personality kind of thing. Like, keep your office personality a different and keep your personal personality a different and have two separate. I cannot do this. I am one person and I have one personality, and that is everyone in professional world gonna tell you, oh, you gotta be a little snake and you gotta be a little diplomatic and a little political, and this office politics is not something I can do. I cannot. Literally, everyone would don't say this, don't say that, and you cannot just say that to this person, and this will go against you, and this. I do have a basic knowledge of things, what I should say and what should not say. I do have that basic knowledge. But everyone telling you to lie about something so that the other person would be comfortable with it, like, it was like too messy. Like, I just, like, don't use that word, or you cannot say that, you cannot say, like, it's fine. I listen to everybody. Everybody has a different perspective and everybody has a different point. It's okay to listen to everybody. You always learn from something. From others' perspective, you're always gonna learn like how to survive in the world. But at the same time, having two personalities is not right. First of all, the thing that I'm gonna say to every single person watching, never trust your workplace people. Never. Like, literally never. Your workplace people are like, they are not it. They, you can rarely find real people in professional world. Like, everyone's either fake or just pretending, or like whatever, but they're not gonna be real to you. You may find real people if you're lucky, but most of the times it doesn't happen. And for me, I was not enjoying work, and then the environment was not good for me. And because there were no girls, so I was like, mm, I was like completely all by myself. I'm eating all by myself, I'm living all by myself, and completely alone, and I literally have no one to talk to. And then it just drained me so much, and mentally it just like tortured me so much because I literally cannot say anything because everything goes against me. Then you cannot even have a simple conversation with anybody. And no matter how much people say, like, oh, you just go to work, you work, and you just come back home and you keep yourself to yourself and you have nothing to do with other people and it doesn't matter. That's not how it works. You are spending your entire day in a place around people, and if the environment is not good to you, you cannot work. Just keep yourself to yourself. This is just a workplace. You're not here to make family and random color. Yes, we are not here to make family, and we are not here to like just stay there. We're gonna leave at someone. But at the same time, if you're spending your whole day in a single place, the environment has to be good. The people has to be good. The people has to be nice. And if they're not, it's not. I'm not saying that I had people in my office or like they were not nice at all. They they were fine. I would say they were fine. There were one or two who were like really nice to me and really kind to me and very helpful as much as that. But I think it was more for me because I never felt like fitted in there. For 1 year straight, not even a single day went by when I felt like I fitted in there. I always felt left out. I always felt like I don't belong here. I always felt like this is not for me. And I'm an outsider. Even up until the very last day, I didn't felt like this place was ever mine. I ever belonged in this place, even till the very last day. So these were the like the major reasons for me, of course, to quit from there, and of course having to going to switch my profession to graphic designing was definitely one of the major reasons for me to quit my job. I had my difficulties there. My senior, the one I was working under, he was like, what I should say, he was like fine. He was like very nice to me and very kind to me at times, but sometimes he was like, oh my god, like he would say the utter nonsense, the sheer disappointing thing, just enough, like, and I just cannot work with a man who would just, you're like working your entire day and doing your best and giving your 100%, and then the other person goes like, you're doing nothing, just time pass. I know I'm gonna find more people like this. It's not like that if I'm gonna search for graphic designer, I'm gonna suddenly find all the uh, good people in the whole world. Like maybe whenever I move forward in time, wherever I'm gonna go, I might find really bad people. I might find really really rude people, and my time's just gonna get more difficult than this. But I'm not complaining about it because I learned a lot. I learned a lot about life. I learned a lot about the professional world, and I know for a fact now that this is how professional world works. So it's fine. It's okay, and I am prepared for whatever's coming on. But at the same time, one should always realize that when to leave. I kept my quiet for whole year. I never stepped out of the boundary. I never spoke. I never talked back. I got a lot of criticism for my dressing sense and for the way I look. I got a lot of criticism, and I know for a fact every single person. I know about every single person who talks what behind my back. That is one thing that I can just talk to people and I would know what they are saying behind my back. I just know that. At the same time, it doesn't really matter because I know what I am, and whatever they're gonna think about me, whatever they're gonna talk about me, it had like nothing to do with me because that's their own perspective and that's their own choice of words if they're using any. So, but I know, like, I know a double standard person when I see one. I know that they are just nice to you on your face and they might be talking shit behind your back. And there were people like that. But major reason was that I was not, I didn't wanted to continue that kind of work and I wanted to switch to graphic designing. So that was one of the major reasons. But yeah, quitting before getting a job was like this reason because it was getting too much toxic for me to handle. It was too much difficult for me to handle and I was mentally getting drained and I didn't had much of energy left in me to do anything at all. So I thought it was time for me to quit and to focus on myself and to focus on switching my career to graphic designing. So so yeah, that was the reason that why I quit my job uh, before getting a new job. Now I am unemployed and I'm still living in New Delhi. Yes, because it's easier for me to go to interviews from here than back from Palwal because that would like more chaotic and more hectic, and I can prepare myself better here. Uh, so yeah, that's that. So currently, I'm just focusing on getting a job in graphic designing and making good work and just doing better for myself, doing good for myself, and to get into new habits, get into good and healthy habits, and eat healthy. So that's what's going on right now, and hmm, I just wish I just hope I'm just praying, like doing my best to get a job as soon as possible and to move on in life. But it was a good experience. Whatever it was like fine. It was like fine. The experience matters. Like what I learned about people, with about world, about profession, because everything was new to me. Everything was like completely different for me. So like whatever it is, like I had my bad times, I had my good times as well. I had good memories as well. I had experiences, so it's fine. It's completely okay, and that's what life is. That's how you learn, and that's how you grow. So all the best to me, and thank you for watching. But I just want to say that. Even if you are in a toxic place right now, um, make your way out of it in your own time and your space. By the time you are a peak there, keep in touch with the people that you love and care about, that who love you and care about you and who are good to you. Keep in constant touch with them, because I kept in touch with my friends throughout. Bhavna, Himani, Purva, Divyanshu, I kept in touch with all of them throughout. They knew how much I was suffering, they knew what I was going through, and they kept just cheering for me and just keep my moral high so I won't go cuckoo. So they were always there for me. So I think, thank you to all my babies, all my friends. Thank thank you to all my friends who literally listened to all the rant I had to do about my job and about my life all the time. So if you are going through something like that, keep in touch with your people, keep in contact with them, so at least you stay sane. Just deal with your issues all by yourself. That's only gonna you only gonna do that. Nobody's coming to help you that. You gonna deal with it in your own time and in your own way. But to keep yourself sane, do the things time to time that you love doing and you enjoy doing, and keep in touch with good people who are in your life. So you won't go insane and you won't go mad and depressed. So that's that. And stay healthy, stay happy. All the best to you, all the best to me. Let's see where we go from here.